Most people are alien cultists, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that in a sense that we all know there could be aliens out there. Some even believe in God, a God, gods. Some are Christian types, myself included. So I believe there's a God who created this universe. You can't have something from nothing. So inherently, I already believe in an alien, right? Because God isn't from Earth, so God would be an alien. But we're talking about aliens visiting Earth and how the military and politicians use that as propaganda to solicit votes. Because in the UFO topic, that's a lot of what I've uncovered. Welcome to UFO Seekers. I'm Tim Doyle, lead investigator, and you've probably never heard of me. And that's because the mainstream media does a pretty good job at censoring anybody. Now, I used to post videos like this on YouTube. That was until the shadow banning began. And unfortunately, that's because the UFO topic involved a couple politicians or political figures, one being Harry Reid and the other one being John Podesta. And so those keywords pretty much ruined the UFO topic on YouTube. And in fact, the UFO topic was one of the first keywords and niche topics to be targeted by the digital tech companies. And the shadow banning on us began in April 2019, which one of the YouTube engineers admitted was when they began implementing a reduction in reach against misinformation. I'm a real person who does this in real life. And so I meet real people face to face and have to explain myself and vouch for my position. So it makes it a little more difficult than appearing on, say, the History Channel on Ancient Aliens and telling the public that ancient dark-skinned people couldn't stack stones on top of each other and build a pyramid. So when I meet people in real life, I have to admit that humans could stack rocks on top of each other into a pyramid shape. Oh, this may be the first time you've actually met a real UFO investigator. And so that's where my problems began with YouTube. Was the History Channel is one of the main advertisers through YouTube. So instantly we kind of had a competitive issue with monetary revenue coming into the advertiser side of platforms like YouTube, right? So it seems like Hollywood kind of came in, and at the same time there was censorship, there was also advertisers buying into keywords. Most people are alien cultists, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that in a sense that we all know there could be aliens out there. Some even believe in God, a God, gods. Some are Christian types, myself included. So I believe there's a God who created this universe. You can't have something from nothing. So inherently, I already believe in an alien, right? Because God isn't from Earth, so God would be an alien. But we're talking about aliens visiting Earth and how the military and politicians use that as propaganda to solicit votes. Because in the UFO topic, that's a lot of what I've uncovered, is a bunch of misinformation and propaganda pushed by intelligence communities on purpose to deceive Americans. All while multiple facets of things are occurring. And so that's why I'm saying alien cultists, because we're trying to really make sure that let's look at it like this. Look behind me here, okay? If we're gonna hang this picture up, there's drywall behind these maps here, okay? Now, when you hang drywall on a wall, there's actually 2x4s and pieces of wood that are framed inside of this wall behind me. Now, to attach drywall, which is the white sheet that we paint on, to attach the drywall to the framing here, you have to use screws. Typically, okay? So in the corners of the drywall and along the sides, we'll put screws in and screw this piece of drywall to the framing, okay? Now, the whole reason I'm even talking about this is that when someone comes and tells you that there is no screws here, in this drywall, okay? That's what we're trying I'm trying to help you understand, is that there are facts and there's mistruth. So we know that it takes screws to hang this drywall. When someone comes to you and tells you, no, I hung this with bubble gum, you'll know this piece of drywall is going to fall off and the person was lying. And bubble gum cannot be used to hang a piece of drywall. So when we're talking about rational facts, we're trying to stick to that, okay? And so that's why we use the term alien cultist, because we have people who have opinions and beliefs that have now turned into a deception, and they're out there telling people that bubblegum hangs drywall. I see politicians and celebrities using the UFO topic to solicit votes. The military's out there in the oceans, and that's where China and Russia, but personally I believe China, but China has been sending advanced drone technology to infiltrate American airspace and have been penetrating American airspace to the point of embarrassment for the US Navy. And the US Navy had to figure out something to do about it. Started telling people that it didn't take screws to put this piece of drywall in, bubblegum. They hung this drywall with bubblegum. Yeah, the US Navy's out battling alien spaceships all the time. Can you go see the alien spaceships? No, they won't take you to go see the alien spaceships, but they'll give you a video clip of a drone and then claim it's an extraterrestrial alien. So that's what the US Navy is doing now. The US Navy recruited a bunch of Hollywood celebrities, unfortunately, many who are popular, to start promoting the US Navy alien war. And they started blaming extraterrestrial aliens for the actions of China infiltrating American airspace. Just think to yourself, out there in American society and culture, DJI from China has really infiltrated the American drone market. And so just as that drone technology was ahead of any American corporation, right? I fly a drone. I hold a Part 107 certificate. The only reason I do anything in that niche industry is thanks to China. No American corporation gave me a DJI type drone with that technology or capabilities. That's thanks to China, not an American corporation. Granted, if they stole the IP, whatever you want to say, okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the actual manufacture, production, and distribution so that a consumer could actually perform the task, right? Because the US military has had this technology. They've been flying drones since the 50s. And I want you to understand that the US military restricted that remote control technology from us on purpose, which hindered our economy. And now only because of the help of China can I fly a drone. And so I'm using this to demonstrate to you that China is using that same advanced drone technology that no American corporation here has been able to achieve and then distribute to a consumer. That's how far it's gotten. Of course, China already had this type of technology in little drones and drone swarms. And they've been sending these drones in drone swarms after our US Navy ships, okay? And so part of this scheme that the US Navy and Hollywood made, okay, because they're geniuses at spreading propaganda. In fact, it's completely legal. Look it up, 2013. It's completely legal for the government to spread misinformation and propaganda. And you should always think about the UFO topic like this. There's multiple facets running at a time. Do aliens exist out in the universe? Who knows? Possibly. Hey, if you believe in God, you already believe aliens exist somewhere out in the universe. Now, the government is hiding military secrets. That's another facet going on. And then, are aliens visiting Earth? That's the other facet happening. You could also say, have aliens already been here? So there you go. There's 4 kind of different facets running at once. Now, in the second facet, the military hiding secrets, the military uses the extraterrestrial topic to hide its own technology. And at the same time, they partnered with political figures to solicit UFO alien files for votes. Okay, and we're not making fun of the UFO and alien topic. You need to stay intellectual here because we're debating and discussing multiple facets at once. Let the opinionated cultists get offended at any time we try to pick these things apart